"We will have it all back someday, sweet sister," he would promise her. Sometimes his hand shook when he talked about it. The jewels and the silks, Dragonstone and King's Landing, the Iron Throne and the Seven Kingdoms, all that they have taken from us, we will have it back. Viserys lived for that day. All that Daenerys wanted back was the big house with the red door, the lemon tree outside her window, the childhood she had never known. Dany's arc is so sad. At the very beginning of the story, Daenerys' innocence was taken advantage of. She was brainwashed into believing that the Iron Throne was her brother's by rights. So once he died, she believed it to be hers by rights. This obsession ended up costing her everything, including her humanity, and ultimately, her life. Because in the Game of Thrones finale, Season 8, Episode 6, Jon killed her. Then Drogon flew up, full of emotions, curious, sad. And angry. It looked as if Drogon was about to kill Jon Snow, but then Drogon chose to burn down the Iron Throne instead, before flying off with Dany in hand across the water, seemingly back to Valyria. It was pretty strange, but there might be a pretty cool reason for all of that. I won't belabor the point since I went into detail already about this earlier in the season in the video about Drogon being preggers, but basically, when you warg an animal, a piece of you will live on inside that animal even after you die. And the same thing seems to happen with dragons. That may be why Vermithor and Silverwing were longtime lovers who would coil around each other, because their first dragon riders were lovers. So the dragons themselves were also longtime lovers. And that's part of what makes the Craxes vs. Vhagar fight so tragic. Not only had Vhagar and Craxes flown the world together prior to their death battle, but a piece of Lena Velaryon probably lived on inside Vhagar. So Daemon was forced to kill them both. Daemon was forced to kill what remained of his late wife. The Game of Thrones can be pretty sad, but the point is, it's fair game to assume that the reason that Drogon chose not to kill Jon, the reason that Drogon burnt down the Iron Throne, is because our girl Daenerys chose to do those things. A nice silver lining to a very, very tragic character arc.